Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new series I would like to call Build Like a Hermit. This will be the first episode of the series, and if it does well and you guys enjoy it, maybe we will do some more. Today we are on the Hermitcraft Season 9 world because we are going to be visiting 3 different Hermit's bases and trying to recreate some of my favorite custom trees there. This is because the Hermits just know what they're doing when it comes to building, and it might help some of us get a little bit closer to being on their level. We're going to be finding 3 of my favorite custom trees on the server and see if we can recreate them, going through the step-by-step process that they may have gone through when they first built it themselves. Starting off, you may have noticed we are at the king of custom trees, Good Times with Scar's base. Now Scar has tons of different custom trees all around his base, all different, unique, and beautiful in their own ways. But for the sake of my time and yours, I have gone and I have chosen this tree right here to recreate. I've plugged myself into survival mode, given myself some tools and elytra and all the blocks I need, and it's time to start building. Because we are imitating the king of custom trees, we of course have to use his method, which is the patented Scar dirt method, which means you just use dirt to make the entire trunk of the tree. So let's go ahead and start with that. If we take a look at one of these trees over here, we can see it starts like a 2-block wide at the bottom, and then it goes up and up and up with a curve to it, going diagonally and to the side, making sure it has lots of character. So let's go ahead and start building the trunk to this tree. Alright, now we're just going to shape it up a little bit more. Maybe add a block there. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Not going to be the tallest tree of the bunch, but it's not going to be the shortest one either. And now we just go through, we destroy the dirt, and we replace it with, of course, the logs. Alright, nice. This is looking pretty good. But the next part of this tree I want to work on is these roots down at the bottom here. And I think these are really nice, and I don't really see them on many custom trees, but I think that it's a super cool idea to add some of these roots onto the bottom. And they add a lot of detail and character to the tree. Alright, perfect. I've added some roots on there. Now it is time for the little branches that come off, being these fences and fence gates down the entire trunk. Alright, those branches are looking pretty good. I just need to add a little bit more going off the top, and then more when I add the leaves in also, probably. But let's go ahead and start with just the bottom leaves down here first. It looks like he starts a few blocks up and then makes the leaves kind of in its own little layer, bigger and then smaller and smaller and smaller as it goes up. So we'll start with this layer here. Now I haven't ever built any custom trees that look quite like this before, so I'm kind of getting just the hang of it here. But something that Scar is super good at, and why he's the king of building custom trees, is just adding character to all of his trees. All of them have a unique look, they all have a unique personality to them that you just don't get from every builder. I don't know. I feel like I'm going too big almost. Let's trim it down a little bit more. This is difficult. I don't like any of it. Let's just completely restart this branch. I cannot get... I need to get the hang of this still. I think my problem is I'm going for a slope in the wrong direction. I think it needs to go the other direction. Alright, I think it's looking really good. I think there's just a couple more finishing touches I think we should make to the leaves, and I think it will be quite alright. Oh, that was close. Oh my goodness. Alright, there we have it, everybody. I think that this tree fits in quite well with the rest of them, and if I was just exploring here, I sure wouldn't know the difference if it was me or Scar who built this one, so I think that means this was a great success. Next up, we have Grian, who has this amazing looking build here on top of some floating rocks, and he has some of these trees scattered around. Now Grian only has these one type of trees laying around here, but they are all still very beautiful to look at. And how about we give it a try recreating one of these bad boys behind me. The last tree we built had 5 unique different blocks in it, and this one only has 4. So that's another thing to keep in mind when you're building custom trees. Just, you can keep them simple, just a few different types of blocks and it'll look really nice. All right, let's go ahead and plop our tree down right here. All right, we're gonna go ahead and plop our tree down right in this spot here. All right, perfect. That's a nice trunk to the tree. Now let's add some fences along it. This one doesn't use any fence gates, just the fences. All right, and then the leaves are pretty simple. We're just gonna start here, add in the azalea leaves, and then at the very end, we'll mix in a few of the flowering ones in with them. And a rule you might wanna keep in mind when you're building leaves in your custom trees is to try to keep it airy enough that birds would be able to fly through it if it was a real life tree. Now, this type of custom tree is a lot more within my ballpark of normal tree building. I think that it turned out pretty well, and I just knocked that out really quick, a lot quicker than the Scar one for sure. A couple more finishing touches I would still like to make though. Alright, now all I have to do is mix in some of these flowering ones in there, and it will be completed. Amazing, there we go, look at that. I like it a lot. And once again, I really don't think I would be able to tell that Grian was not the person who built this tree, which means another massive success. And here we are at the lovely base of Pearlescent Moon. In Season 9, her vibe was very much alien, so these trees are all very unique, they're all very wild looking. But this tree here in particular caught my attention. It is such a unique tree design, I've never seen anything like it before, and I would love to try to recreate it. Now, this tree is definitely the biggest tree that we are going to be recreating today, and probably also the hardest. It's going to be extremely difficult to try to recreate her vision and make it look like I was not the one who built it. But I am up for the challenge. We're just gonna step right up here and we're gonna build it kind of a little bit far away from that one since I don't want them to be too close together. There is this little vine here, but this seems to be a good empty space to start building the tree. I'm just gonna get rid of this and then we'll have lots of room. Now, really interestingly, these trees start with a base of green terracotta, which is not something that I would particularly choose to use for this type of tree, but it actually works really well. And then on top of the green terracotta begins the warped hyphae. Now, these branches are super difficult to get right. They require a lot of precision and patience, but a couple things I can say is that really important to make each branch super unique and have its own direction and own way of going off, and then also have branches going off of those branches. And it's hard to figure out which branches need more branches and if they're too big, if they're too small. And at this stage, it's looking pretty good. I think this branch mainly needs some more work though. It just looks a little bit thick. Maybe I need to add another branch going off of it. I had another one here, but I got rid of it. This is super difficult, but it's coming together. Whatever past me was thinking when I decided to do all these trees in survival, oh my goodness, I don't know what I was thinking. Doing this in creative would have been so much easier. So much easier. What was I thinking? But from the looks of things, I think the branches are pretty good. I might come back and touch them up a little bit more, but before I spend too much time being a perfectionist, I need to move on to my next steps to make sure it all comes together in the end. And the next thing I need to add is some blue terracotta around here. The blue terracotta adds a nice smooth tone to the warped hyphae, and it looks really, really nice. Alright, that was pretty quick and easy, just adding some blue terracotta in the branches there. Next up, it's time to work on the leaves of the tree. She has 3 different types. There is the glazed terracotta, the amethyst, and the purpur leaves. We'll try to do at least one of each. It looks like the glazed terracotta one, she just layers underneath a different one, so I'll try to do that. Let's see what we can do here. This might be pretty hard. I've made it this far just to realize my 2 tallest branches are the same height. And I can't have that. That is too perfect. It needs to be up or down 1. Come on now. Alright, crisis averted. And now all of the tops have been built. Now they just need to be decorated. And by decorated, I mean adding glass and adding lanterns hanging from them. And this part is gonna be the fun part. I've been waiting for this for so long. Ow. It's crazy how much the glass and the lanterns pulled this entire tree together, and it looks so beautiful. I am loving it, and I think that it fits right in with the scenery. There's just a couple more things I want to add. I want to add some more leaves going down like the centers of the branches. If you see on Pearl's tree over here, she has like some right here that aren't at the end of a branch. They're just kind of in the center of a branch. I want to add a couple of those things, and then I'll call it quits. And there we have it, everybody. A completed tree, all nice and fits right in with the atmosphere, the alien-like tree. I'm super proud of what I have done here today. I think it's really amazing looking. I really like it, and I think Pearl would be proud, maybe. What the heck is this staircase? Oh, okay. We're just gonna leave that. But yes, let's fly around here, take a look at the tree in its natural habitat. I think it looks really awesome, and I think that is a great place for us to end the video. I hope you all learned something today. Learned maybe how to build a little bit more like a hermit, and I hope you all enjoyed the video. And if you did, I would really appreciate if you subscribe to my channel. And go ahead and subscribe to all the hermits that I mentioned in today's video as well. Thank you for watching to the end, and I'll see you all in the next video. Later! Oh.